What's good, y'all? My name is Ryan Hampton. I am from Dallas, Texas, and I am a multidisciplinary creative based in Washington, D.C. I think I just pick and choose what helps me build me as a person, and then how that reflects into like my art and stuff like that. Like a lot of my art, I have like a lot of women like subjects that I shoot sometimes, but also because over time in my environment, family wise, I have a lot more like women cousins and aunties and like women in my family to be around or kind of, I guess, show me the way, or at least come about a certain sense of respect or intention with certain things. My photography has like a whole kind of like ethereal look to like my images and stuff like that, but like I just do that based off of just trying to like show people in general, but especially like women, based off of like my experiences, like in a specific light, how I see it. Chaotic, curious, and human. The most I've invested for like my cameras and stuff has been like my lenses and my lighting, because lighting is really important. Sometimes you need that light or like that colored filtered thing over your light, or to get like a certain aesthetic or vibe or look, and none of that is cheap. You know, that's a great question, because I've been trying to like navigate and find some other like hobbies for myself. Like sometimes I'd be like, damn, nigga, I want to go take pottery or some shit, but like, you know, just to see what that shit's like. I always need a new cup or make somebody an ashtray, somebody that's into it, you know what I'm saying? That might be cool. But until then, I found out that I do like cooking. Cooking is fun, and plus I'd be like, my playlist be fire, so like anytime I'm making like some chicken tacos or something, I'd be bopping. Like it'd be Club Hampton over at my crib, you know what I'm saying? My one project I enjoyed doing with a friend, low-key like 2 years ago, we recreated kind of like a Anita Baker album cover. Just made that shit like feel like it was like the 80s and stuff like that, where I was looking up a whole bunch of like videos of like Grace Jones and other like just 80s like vintage era looks and like aesthetics at the time. So we just did 3 different kind of like photo shoots where it's just like, oh, she had like this green emerald dress on, and then the next shoot she had like this babushka with this fur over her shoulders and stuff with some Versace shades, and then the third shoot kind of like bedroom cover like Anita Baker, you know, old school 83 with it, you know. So that was pretty fun, because it's just like, that's what I was playing a lot with, like that dream-like look in my photography, and like hazy, kind of like vibrant lighting, brown melanin skin type vibes, you know, just editorial, fashion-esque vibes. That was a fun time. From what I've been told, from what I've learned over time, like I am a Pisces sun, and I am a Libra moon, and I am a Scorpio rising. They say we're really like creative like people and romantic, and keep our head in the clouds and our like dream-like states and shit. And sometimes I be hearing that and I be like, nigga, what y'all? I be talking too much about real life stuff on my day-to-day, but at the same time, no, I do be dreaming, I do be in my head, or sometimes I sit back and just look around and observe stuff as I just make mental notes. And I guess I do like music, and I guess if you were to go into like my crib, I just have like a whole bunch of art and design books, so I really be playing into it, I guess. Like I just be thinking, oh, I like this photography book, and then someone's like, oh, it's because you one of them. I've been here for like figuring it out for a couple of years now. I ain't really started like picking up a camera for real until I came out here in DC when I was an undergrad at Howard for real. So that was like 2018. Over time, you know, I would do a couple of just fun shoots with my friends. A couple of times somebody hired me do a couple of photo shoots, and then I had like a gallery at a coffee shop with my homie one time, and then I put out a book, a zine, a portfolio book for all my work, whether it's street photography, editorial photography, or just with my family and stuff like that. Put a book out like that. So just over time, I've been doing these little things to show that I guess I am intentional with my work or like my creative output, and I want people to like actually see it as such. working at a concert venue, you know what I'm saying? Or sitting in a coffee bar and trying to like update like my LinkedIn pages and stuff like that, and just write and kind of like just write out intentions for what I want to accomplish in the upcoming months and stuff like that, and just goals and stuff. And sometimes I just be mood boarding certain like potential photo shoots for down the line and stuff like that, and then looking for jobs, you know what I'm saying, you know, because I'm a 24-year-old young man trying to figure my way out in the world. Whether I'm employed or just as a freelancer, I would just like to be comfortable in knowing that I'm in the spaces I need to be in that will help foster like growth for me as an artist and as just a professional in general. I just want to be content with what I'm doing, not wasting my time on my day-to-day. Just like not feeding myself both with like my goals in my career and then just also just as myself, just trying to like keep up with myself and like allow myself to like have a life outside of the constant worry of if people see like my work and things like that, or is my growth actually being like fruitful in that way. Don't try to solve it all in one day. Give yourself grace. Like I just remind myself to give myself grace day by day and just like see where I'm at and where I'm compared to like where I came from and stuff like that. So just be content with where your journey is at and where you're going, and then have fun along the way. For me, just thinking about my upbringing in general with people who I grew up with who might have been secretly or closeted at the time, and then going to a school like Howard where everybody identifies underneath one of those rainbow banners and some sort of like intersectionality of how they present themselves. I do my job just trying to make sure that if I do have like a story in mind to tell, or if that's like the intention I've been trying to do with my work, I try to highlight all aspects and identities of Black people. I've been fortunate enough to learn the Black LGBT community just in the United States has been around forever. It's just been silenced because of like history and bigotry and other lines of like intersectionality getting the shitter end of the stick and stuff like that. I try to have a wide variety of portfolio that shows me highlighting and giving people their visual flowers if I can along the way. That's why I be trying to like work with everybody or capture everybody. Before I really started trying to figure it out for myself, I used to feel like I was not biting, but like this one photographer that passed away, his name is Chimodu, like the late Chimodu, like he was like Nigerian American from like New York, I believe. He like photographed a whole bunch of like rappers from the 90s, like Tupac, Biggie, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eazy-E, Mobb Deep, like everybody, Wu-Tang, everybody like just in hip-hop for real at the time. Like just seeing like a photographer at that status at the time, highlighting these men in more like less masculine ways, even though these are like rappers, like oh these are the hardest niggas alive, but he just had like a certain way of kind of like, I'm not gonna say feminize them, but kind of like just lower their guard. So I respected his work a lot. And then of course, I don't know if this is everybody's, I feel like everybody who kind of picks up a camera kind of gotta like at least, not say it's your favorite, but maybe watch like one Gordon Parks documentary, like just get through one, and then you just cross the threshold of like photography, you know what I'm saying? Because like that man truly shot everything from like editorials, like from the 50s, like doing fashion shoots. This man shot a whole blaxploitation movie. This man photographed Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali. He like did a whole bunch of just like poverty union photography, like war on like crime police photography. He just photographed everybody, like everybody in his communities. Like he's just well respected like that. So those two kind of photographers, they had like a wide range of a portfolio for like the things that they like to shoot. Shout out to them. Yeah, it keeps me calm. It keeps me calm. You know, it's crazy because I feel like I'm musical because of my parents, but my parents don't identify with it. They just grew up with older music. But for me, I guess I had like always a more like respect for the music that they were just casually playing for real. I'll be listening to like a lot of like albums from like the 80s and 90s, and then I'll be listening to jazz albums every once in a while from Alice Coltrane and Miles Davis sometimes. But then lately there's this white woman from the UK. She looked like somebody 8th grade teacher, but like she had like this really fire like funk jazz album. I think her name is like Emma Jean. I just like seeing certain mediums of art like just sonically as I'm just going day. Like I said, that's why I like cooking so much, because it's something about listening to like music as I'm cooking. It just puts me in a better mood, a more dancier mood, just a more calm mood. And okay, I guess my top 5 right now has definitely been like Smino. That was a really good album. Smino, Vince Staples. Like his last 2 projects was pretty nice. There's this girl who, her name is Liv, Liv.E. She makes some really cool alternative R&B kind of soul music that's pretty fire, you know. Kenny Mason, Tyler the Creator. It's a weird, crazy ass top 5. I'm saying like this. I have so many other top 5s, but we just saying like right now, today, as I was driving here, those were the sounds that was coming out of my car. So your voice, your eye, your perspective, or anything you do in your own spirit is just as important and just as deserving to be seen and shared and celebrated with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of people feel like this is like a oversaturated like hobby, passion, career field and everything, and people worry about, oh, am I copying this, or am I being compared to that, or am I not good as this and everything, or I'm not as belonging with them. Like, all of that don't even matter. That just stands in your own way of just letting you figure out how you want to articulate your voice to the masses. You can't even like worry about what other people are doing. Shout out to Art Music and Clothes for having me out here today. This has been a very fun time. Follow me on Instagram @thatcanongoboom, and just watch out for more future projects, more short film content, more content creation to come in 2023.
In the air, I got my fingers to the sky.